Hey guys, so I just wanted to have a look at how we do Term 3 overview of the curriculum that you're going to be using with the parents. And very helpfully, one of you sent in a starting point and asked for me to have a look at it. So I thought I'd take a look at it and share with you what I'm doing with this. So the very first thing that I did was I went to Layout and I changed the orientation from portrait to landscape. That gives you a lot more space. So does changing your margins from normal to narrow. So that gives you heaps more space. One more thing that I did is I went to the columns and I changed it from a single column view to 3 columns. This is for kindergarten. Not sure what primary would look like just yet, but I think could be the same, maybe the same. All right, so now where we want to get it to is we want to go from, continuous text that nobody will read to something that they can read very quickly with a graphic interface that we can even use as something teachable with parents, and use that image to subliminally suggest to parents that this is what they should be doing as well. Or, when we're talking to parents as well, we can refer to that image. Okay, so, do you want to use bullet points like that, or do you want to use something? I just centered each of those statements. But anyway, how do we get from this text to something that either looks like that or like that? Well, firstly, let's take a look at this concept from the art of bonsai tree growing. And that's a bonsai tree. It looks like a dying one. How to rescue it. There's the notion of trimming the dead wood. So there's all the dead wood inside these bonsai trees. And once they've been trimmed, they start to look very, very nice. You can see somebody there is trimming his bonsai tree. The interesting and important thing to know about dead wood is that at one stage in the tree's life it was necessary. It was part of the living tree and the tree needed it in order to grow. Similarly, with writing, we are doing the same thing. At this stage in the writing process, all of that is necessary. You can start there and then it's fine. But now you need the drafting process of having a look at it and saying, do I need any of that? You don't need any of it anymore because it's already up there. So Term 3, Learning and Teaching in this class. Thank you for the volunteer teacher who submitted theirs early and subjected themselves to this review. We don't need this, we don't need that. Introduce values and praise for what they have done. Do we need that? Not sure, maybe. Okay, maybe we can keep that. Introduce values. Okay, do you want to say something about values? Because it sort of sounds a little bit like mathematics. Introduce moral values and praise for what they have done. For example, if they finish tracing the name, say we'll get a star. Okay, do we need all of this? Do we need that? Of course it's the students, it's not the cleaners, it's not the little aliens that live under your classroom floors. Continue to have. Do we need to continue to have? Do we need that word? Do we need that word? Maybe be responsible. And I'm just going really quick. You might disagree with details, and then that you can do it a different way. Be responsible for carrying out small tasks. Do we need the examples such as putting away their backpacks and their lunchbox? Do we need the words such as? Could that be better if it was done like that? Now, because you've pluralized backpacks, do we need the full stop? And there's something in bonsai tree growing, an expression, if in doubt, cut it out. Do we need during free play? Is there free play going on in your school? Shouldn't be, should be learning. Academic, challenging school. So all of this, it doesn't say anything at all. Okay? Learn to accept the needs of others. Do we need the and? Do we need can? Can't we just go straight to the main verb? Take turns and share resources. So learn how. To support each other. Learn how to support each other. Okay. Extending and elaborating their play ideas. Alright, so I think you get the point on all of that. I'll leave that alone there. But then the next thing that would be very nice would be to go to the internet and to ask the internet how can we represent it. So what are we dealing with? Personal, social, emotional intelligence and image search. And what does it come up with? Maybe that one. And then if you're not sure, you can also say comic kids and see what comes up. That's not bad. This looks like not bad. That's not bad. So we can go for that. And I would just make sure that it hasn't got watermarks on it and there isn't any kind of things on it that the parents might complain about. Because if they might complain about it, then they will complain about it. Always assume that there will be a complaint and you'll be safe. So then it just goes in there very nicely. And it also is instructional. Alright, and then you can also do something fancy there. And I don't know, can you? Is there anything we can do? Go to fonts and see if there's anything. No, I don't want to do that. Let's just bold it and make it a little bit bigger. And should we give it a color? Give it blue or purple. That's nice. Alright. That's it. And then, I don't know, I'm just not feeling it with the bullets. It's up to you though. I don't know, does that look any better? Not sure. Maybe, maybe not. See what you think. And then you'll notice that other things about the language might just start coming up. You can also, like if you really want to be time consuming, you can create spaces in between like that, and then give yourself a bit more there. Okay? And then that gives you some little spaces, but you want to make the spaces consistently the same size, and now you've got spaces in between those, and then that cuts out the need for a bullet point. Alright, okay, well that's the end of this video. Thanks so much for being here, and good luck.